Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. In today's video we are doing a foundation review. Now as you probably know, within the past week the beauty industry released roughly 6,000 new foundations. Okay, that may be slightly embellishing, but let's be honest, it does feel like that. And I purchased one of them, only one. Now you may be thinking, oh, you probably bought the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, right? That sounds perfect for your dry skin. No, I've decided to let other people do the Anastasia reviews because everybody and their mom buys it, and then I can decide. Well, how about the Pat McGrath Foundation? I honestly don't even know what skin type that is for since I saw the price tag and very promptly closed the Sephora app. Ooh. I love Pat McGrath, but her products are too expensive for me. No, my friends, in fact, the foundation that I bought is from Smashbox. This is their Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. Now, you may be really surprised by this, but I'm going to give you 3 reasons why this appealed to me so much that I bought it at full price immediately upon release. Honestly, the biggest motivating factor is that Smashbox keeps releasing olive shades in my skin tone. This turns out to be something that most brands don't do. This one that I have is 1.05 Skin Tone Fair Undertone Warm Olive. It's actually a perfect match. I already know this because I did try it yesterday. The only other actual foundations that are olive in my collection would be the Pacifica Alight, the discontinued Kogendo because I still haven't repurchased the new one, and then now Makeup Revolutions, but I don't actually like it. I don't think they nailed the olive undertone very well at all. So this is something I was really excited about. I already have the concealer. This one right here, the Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer in Light Neutral Olive. This is fantastic. It is a perfect match as well. As somebody who does have issues with acne and can break out from some foundations, the fact that one of their claims with this is that it does not cause breakouts had me signed up for it. And then number 3, even though this is full coverage and my personal preference is light to medium, more dewy, it is actually really easy to take a full coverage foundation and dilute it down. In fact, if you have a similar skin type to mine, if you have dry skin, if you like light to medium coverage foundations, your money may actually go farther buying a full coverage foundation versus a light coverage foundation. You just kind of have to figure out what mixes work. We're gonna kind of be doing that today. I will explore more with this foundation in the future, but what I wanted to do today is just a basic wear test. We're gonna try it on with 2 different primers. These are the 2 that I have on each side of my face. I wanted to do this in a comparison style. We've got the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth Primer on this side, and then the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil on this side. This is not a cheap primer, but it is incredible, and a little goes such a long way. I don't actually want to think about how long I've had this. It's probably been too long, but it still seems to be performing well, so we're not going to ask questions. Let's get into applying this. I'm going to give a lot of different thoughts throughout this video. I want to just go ahead and get into actually applying it. So again, this is 1.05. Definitely does have a perfect olive undertone. One thing about applying this though is that it dries really quickly, so you kind of have to work fast. Let me get my little sponge out. I'm starting with this side because I don't want the oil to cross over. Oh boy, it's already kind of drying on my forehead. Okay, so you see how small of an amount I have, right? We're gonna use that on this side. I already know myself. I know I'm gonna like this side way more, but we're gonna try both. So far, well, there's already differences. This side is definitely more glowy, which is exactly what you would expect. I have not added anything else, but I'm gonna go ahead and just powder now. And I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way powder because it is my favorite. At this point, I think it is just best to use your favorites for trials like this so you can really, see how things compare to what you usually do. I find this really doesn't need a lot of powder because it is a fast drying foundation. Alright, so normally when I'm doing a wear test, I don't like to interfere by bringing in a lot of blush or bronzer, but I'm going to add a little bit today because I've got stuff to do. What happened to my brow? Where did my brow pencil go? Where is it? Where is it? I absolutely hate brows. I need to grow my bangs out so I just have bangs over them all the time, much like in the scene days. Oh, I hate brows. I hate them. I skipped contour today like the rebel that I am, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit like the meme of the egg without contour. Right now, I gotta admit, both sides are actually looking pretty darn good. It definitely looks like foundation. As a full coverage foundation that I still applied kind of heavy-handedly, it doesn't look, you know, like I'm not wearing makeup, but it doesn't look bad. I do see more pores on the side with the Maybelline primer than this side, which actually looks pretty darn blurred. I'm getting some patchiness right here, but that's, like, I get that with everything. That part of my face hates me, I think. I over-bronzed my neck because I always get carried away with everything in life that I do, so just ignore that. It looks like it's a good match for my neck, which hopefully doesn't have too much powder on it. Did I just hit my microphone? I'm so sorry. In the event that you are curious as to what else is on my face, I am wearing the Wet Cherry Gloss from Lime Crime in Flaming Cherry. This, I finally figured out what this smells like, you guys. This smells exactly like this lip gloss that Bonnie Bell had back in the 90s or 2000s. Did I really need to say that if I said that Bonnie Bell has? Probably not. Anyway, it was this kind of, this clear lip gloss that had a roller ball. I used to carry this thing everywhere with me. This is exactly the smell. Lime Crime, you are appealing to my childhood here. And then also the Too Faced Hyper Reflective Highlighting Palette. This is pretty intense, but I wanted to use an intense highlighter over this to see if we get extra texture. I pulled out the IT Cosmetics CC Radiance Ombre Blush in Coral Flush for no reason, actually. I'd love to give you some deep reason, but there isn't any. And then from PR, the Lancome Le French Glow Bronzer in 01, the Alter Ego Daydream Palette, and I'm going to be using that the Fresh Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water to mist during the day. I was about to do a wear test without any setting spray, which would be interesting, but we're going to use a little bit of Milani Make It Last so we can make it last. We're going to do this wear test now. I'll see you guys throughout the day.
6 hours later.
Hey guys, do you want to go to Joann's? I already know the answer to that, because if you're on a makeup channel, you're a creative person, and creative people like the centers of creativity, such as Joann's and Michael's. I'm attempting to do a 6-hour check-in from the car. I have not at all mastered how people manage to do this. Oh, it's when you're stopped. Oh, that's how they do it. Oh. So this is a 6-hour check-in. I just wanted to say I am actually amazed with both sides. The oil side looks way better in my opinion. Of course, I have dry skin. It was like a given from the start that I was gonna prefer that side, but honestly, both sides don't look bad. We have arrived at Joann's. The mission is to get something red, so that is the goal.
We're done.
Oh, look. Imagine the things you could do. Look, it's Elsa. This is not red. I knew I would get distracted. Aren't we a little early? What month is it?
August?
I want this. That's cute. It is though, no matter how much you hate candy corn. Why is this so? What do you think of this?
Yes.
That's so expensive. Alright, you guys, so it is the end of the day and I'm exhausted. I'm ready to finish this video. I'm surprised I only did one check-in, but I didn't feel like there was really anything else to comment on. Let me grab my mirror so I can see for myself what's going on. Oh, my hair is in my face. That's what's going on. This foundation impressed me so much. I really cannot believe how well it held up, how nice it continued to look, especially over the oil, which means to me that it's going to play really nicely with other oils. So I will definitely be experimenting with, different coverages, 50-50 ratio, that kind of thing, to see, where I prefer this foundation mixed. Now that's personal preference, but it looks so pretty. It actually smoothed out my pores over here. It looks so good. I'm really not a fan of the Maybelline side. If you can see this, there's a lot of creasing under my eyes. I got creasing around my mouth. My pores are pretty darn visible, but it's what I expected. It's what I expected, to put a full coverage foundation that contains kaolin clay meant to dry you out further. I figured if I used it over even a hydrating primer, I wasn't going to love it as much as over an oil. It was just kind of a mixed bag with foundations as to whether they play well with oil or not. So yeah, I'm really impressed. I think a lot of different skin types could like this if you're willing to play around with oils in your skincare, your makeup routine. See, I told y'all I'm tired. If you don't want to spend the money on the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil, the Physicians Formula Bright Booster Oil Elixir is a good alternative to that. Oh my gosh, it actually held up under my hat. I don't want to show you guys my hat hair. Why did I put a hat on? Oh, because I really wanted to try on this ponytail that I bought off AliExpress. Let's not talk about the ponytail. Let's not do it. As far as another olive shade on the market, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. I think they did a fantastic job on this. So let me know if any of you guys have tried this, if you are going to try it. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.